Today I have a really special guest. I actually have two of them, and they came to visit me all the way from Hawaii. I'm really excited to actually interview Charlene Nichols. This is Caden's mom. He is a player in my program, and she's going to be talking about her experience as a parent of seeing how we've been able to help her son develop completely remotely. I'm in Denver, Colorado. They're here with me in Colorado right now. They are from Hawaii. They're the first Hawaiian family I've gotten in the program, which is cool. It feels like we've expanded pretty far. So thank you guys for coming to visit. And they took a pit stop from their travel ball tournaments here in the actual States and wanted to get a session in with me because he's in my remote program. And we just finished about a 4-hour session. It was absolutely awesome. Caden crushed it. I was able to meet his mom here, Charlene, in person. And I have a few questions for her that a lot of you parents might be wondering, and we're here live. So I thought it would be the best opportunity just to ask and see kind of the process of what it's like as a parent watching your son go through the Backstop Built Complete Catcher Training Program. Kind of a long intro, but thank you guys for sticking with me. Charlene, it's great to have you here. Thank you guys for making the pit stop.
Thank you for having us. We do appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Let's get into a few questions. So I think what a lot of parents are wondering, in my opinion, is will this work for my son? They probably see results from other guys I've helped, and each kid's different. Their results look different. It's really cool. We want to uncover the best version of every kid, of who they could possibly be, and it looks different for each guy. But I think each parent, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, wants to make sure this works for them and their son, right?
Yes.
So let's kind of dive into the journey then, how you determined to get into Backstop Built, and then we'll go like where he is now and then kind of the future. But for now, how long were you following me? And were you following me on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube? How long were you following me and watching my content before we initially kind of texted and then got onto our first call to see if it was a good fit?
I started following Backstop Built, I would say maybe a week.
Oh my gosh, really? Yes. I thought you were going to say like a year.
No.
Okay.
But just watching your content really just sold me. And to be specific about that, just there's so many different coaching out there. And a lot of coaches don't cover the specifics. And that's what I found in your content and your videos. And I just felt that this is something that my son needed. Just the detailed attention to detail as far as being a catcher. Yep. And that's what sold me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's awesome. Thank you. Because I'm always trying to, in the content, like cover all aspects of the catching position, because I'm sure you're learning when you watch him, it's not just blocking, throwing, receiving. It's in our session today, we spent time on like catcher pop-ups and the tactical part of the game, calling pitches and receiving in lieu of that. And then also like the bunt plays, like there's so much to it.
There's so much to it. Yeah. And you definitely covered a lot. Like I said, just being here in person, just the fine details that he needed to correct, like his footing and just how his mechanics, just breaking it all down and explaining it to him.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. And I guess that's kind of like one of the questions I had. So you guys are here for like a travel ball showcase and tournament or tournaments, and you guys went to Oregon first, and then the trip, right, was to go to Arizona after Oregon. And then you guys were like, hey, we can make a pit stop in Denver and do a session with you, as in me. And then you guys decided to do that. So like, I guess that's pretty cool. That's a lot of dedication. Why did you feel like it was so important to change flights, get a rental car, and come to the field? I'm pretty honored, but I'm just like, that's pretty awesome. So I just kind of want you to dive into that.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to go off of our first call. Our first Zoom call, and when you kind of told us about the program and how it was structured, and we already had the tournament set up when we were coming out here. And for us Hawaii people, you know, coming from Hawaii and coming out here to the mainland, it's a lot. It costs a lot. It's a lot of planning, and we did have 2 days, so I just wanted to make it worth our Caden's time, since we're out here, I was like, oh, Coach Brock, can we come out here? Do you have time to do one-on-one training with him? And it just so happened worked out. And yeah, he's definitely got a lot out of even just one day.
Oh man, I'm so honored because from me, I think it's awesome because when I started Backstop Built and did all this, if you told me like, a few years from now, a family from Hawaii is gonna like take the time and come visit and do an in-person session, I'd be like, no way, that's crazy. And like for that to happen, I am very honored. So thank you guys, and I hope you got your money's worth of coming out because that was fun. About 4 hours of just grinding.
Yeah, definitely. And I seen just from being here today, again, just going back to detail and specific mechanics. A remote's awesome. I mean, but being able to be in person and having him have the opportunity to do that is just another plus in his game.
Exactly, 100%. I think the best dynamic is like I love working with guys remotely each day, and then having these stints of like really focused work like we did. I think that's so awesome. It complements it so well. So, no, that's great. Kind of want to go into now the original journey getting into the program. So you guys have been in the program, I believe, like 2 to 3 months now on the remote side completely. That's how you came in. We've never met in person before this, obviously. And you've been following me for about a week. You said you liked my content. You liked how it was pretty tactical. And then you guys booked a free catcher analysis call. And for anyone watching this, you can do the same thing. In the description below, I will put a link. It says apply to work with me. It just takes you to my booking calendar. You and the family can get on a call with me. I'll see where your son's at, and if we can help him and what it looks like to work with us. They did the same exact thing. That's where like they got on as a family. And it was super, super awesome where your husband was there too. And then you guys saw the value you got in, and now you've been in it. So I kind of want to go into that stage of questions of what on our discovery call really made you feel like, okay, we need to get Caden in here. You guys hadn't done a remote program before that, right? So I guess like just kind of run through that.
What really sold me was first of all, it was the one-on-one text that, you're going off of social media. You don't know if it's legit. We really just kind of banked on it, and it was, one of the best things I think we've invested in, and just a quick response that we've gotten from you. Just being interested, and then being on the Zoom call as a family, and just kind of seeing where Caden is at and what we expected and what you expected from Caden as a catcher, seeing if he was willing to do the work, and and he was all in, and we are all in, and that's kind of what sold us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate families that are all in because we've worked with so many families, and it's super cool. Each family is unique. It's a unique dynamic, and each kid's unique. They teach us a lot. But one of the things that works the best and where I see they get the best results is when they're all bought in, and you guys have arguably the most skin in the game I've seen in our parents that we've ever worked with, and families, because you took this pit stop, which is so cool. You're already on a busy, probably expensive trip coming from the island right over here. So it's like,
it's not cheap, but we made it work.
Yeah, which is so cool. And so we got on that call, we get him in the program. And then were you skeptical before, like maybe even after you got in the program, you got him signed up? Were you still a little skeptical, like we'll still see if it works? And then at what point, and you can be honest if you still are skeptical, but at what point were you like, okay, yeah, this is something that I feel comfortable with. I'm glad we did it.
Most definitely skeptical. We paid, and we're like, okay, well, what did we get into? Mm-hmm. And we didn't know what it looked like. And he just kind of, you ran through the steps that needed to get done. And right away, he was right in there with he had a schedule, and it taught him actually to also be responsible on his own to do the work. Just seeing it firsthand, the schedule and what it was like, it taught him to be responsible in his own way with his crazy schedule.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So it's funny, skeptical. I get that a lot. And I think parents are like justified, right? Like, I mean, even if I were to go buy something from like a burrito from someone at a food truck right now, I'm also skeptical, and I'm seeing that person in person, right? So like I can only imagine seeing someone on Instagram who's hopefully I'm like compelling, because I want to inspire people and show like you can do big things and we can help you if you're like the right fit. It might be like a too good to be true type of thing, even though it's like it really comes down to the work he puts in with the structure we have. At what point were you like, okay, I'm glad we did this?
I think Caden was 2 weeks in to his training. I could already just see the difference just from his blocking. Even in that 1 week, we did the first videos, his game-like videos, and sent them in. I could already see the difference just by him doing the work, the workout training.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what would you have to say to another parent right now who's watching this and they're like, okay, great, you're happy about it, your son is getting some results, and you've obviously figured something out, and they're still skeptical watching this and they still don't know if they even want to book a call? Like, what would you have to say to them right now?
It's okay to step out of the box and, kind of dive in and see if this works for you and your family, and do your research. But for us, it was definitely worth it. Every penny. You will get, as long as they do their work, you'll get 100% results.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Because like really what I say is, if you want to get good at anything, you need to do it daily and you need to do it with structure. And we're going to provide that to like, you would have to try and fail through the program. You'd have to literally just do nothing we're telling you, or even like do it so poorly. You'd have to intentionally try and fail, in my opinion. Just like with school, right? If you go to a math class 5 days a week, turn in your homework, learn from the teacher, and you're present, you're gonna pass. You'll at least get a C, unless you are intentionally maybe not very smart, don't like it, or you're like, I'm not doing any of my assignments. Same exact thing applies here. And I say that same structure is kind of what we take on, where it's like, if you're doing your stuff, you're doing your homework, you're showing up to the classes, you're gonna get better. Now it's a matter of how much do you want to apply yourself? Do you want to do things to a way higher level and get even better results? Or do you just kind of want to go through the motions and get a C and just like pass, is kind of what we think of it. But no, I think that's awesome. Hopefully that speaks to another parent. And at the end of the day, if it's the right fit, it's going to be the right fit, and you're going to see the value, and you're going to get in the program, and it's, going to be great. And we want to work with families like, the Nichols here, where they're able to, gosh, take a pit stop in the state I live in and change their flight plans and get a rental car and come here because they want the work that much. And that's so awesome. So I guess, is there anything else you want to say about what you've seen so far in the program, or speaking to a parent, or just like what today was? And I just kind of want to open that.
I would say 100% take the chance, invest in your kid, invest in their training, and yeah, it's worth it. Backstop Built for us worked amazing for Caden. I've seen him grow as a catcher, become confident, and overall responsible.
Awesome. Gosh, I love that. That's probably your favorite one. Responsible. That's cool. Well, it's a pleasure to have a family like you guys come into the program and cross our path. And I can't wait to see what he does for the rest of his career. And I want to be in his corner for that, no matter what, even if it's a text in the distant future of how good of a college catcher he is. I can't wait for that. And I know he's going to do big things because he has a great support system. He has a great work ethic. And I think he's on a really good mission. And we're honored to have a kid like that come through. So I know you're talking about how you really like how we've helped him. I think with what we've built, to get more kids like Caden in is such a blessing. So we just want to thank you guys for taking the time coming through. Today was more therapy for me. I do a lot of the remote training, so to kind of get out and get moving on the field was so cool. So thank you guys so much.
This is awesome. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. So like I said, guys, go in the description below. It says apply to work with me. It'll take you straight to my booking link. I need mom and dad there, and the player, of course, will go and get on a Zoom call, send me some video of where what his catching looks like. We'll evaluate him. We really want to work with high-level high school players that are dead set on playing college baseball, who have those big goals and dreams, the D1 goals and dreams, want to play pro ball one day, and they're willing to do whatever they can to get there and have a good work ethic. And I promise you, we can help him. It is just a matter of how much he will get better depending on the work he puts in. So go ahead and do that, and also subscribe to the channel and like this video as well. And again, guys, have a safe flight. It was great seeing you, and thank you so much for making the stop.
Thank you.